A lot of the conditions we now have to deal with in people that are now in their 40s actually developed when they were children. Because an obese child begins to pile up a group of risk factors for all sorts of conditions from your heart. We're now getting 29-year-olds getting heart attacks, okay? Because the body loses its natural homeostasis. So for example, if you are X meters tall, you are naturally designed to be Y kgs big. And when you go above that ratio, the body begins to break down. So you begin to build up lipids or cholesterol in your body, which begins to line up in the arteries, giving you risk factors for things like myocardial infarctions or heart attacks, and things like hypertension.
Now, there's obviously the financial costs to all these diseases, but it goes beyond that, doesn't it?
If you look at the budgets of government expenditures with conditions, now you actually see the biggest cost is actually these non-communicable conditions. And the thing about these conditions is a lot of them are absolutely preventable. That means if the cost is, say, $50 billion, you can literally cut it down to $5 billion if people just begin to live conscious lives. But people need to understand that ultimately we're cutting down life expectancies. And sometimes you don't die, but sometimes your ability to function at optimum capacity is reduced. So you're 35, but you can hardly do a kilometer. It's killing your efficiency at work because you're not fit. And so we're robbing our countries, we're robbing the world of creativity, of intelligence, either by death or just by being chubby and lazy.
We know that it's our lifestyles. It's been talked about for some time now, but we still see incidences of these diseases. Why is that?
We need to begin to re-educate people for them to actually understand that there are no shortcuts in life. And the more you actually try to use shortcuts, the more you actually create more problems. Now, the question is, how do you begin to re-educate a generation that likes to do things at the touch of a button? That if you're going to lose weight, you have to work for it. You actually have to put in time, you have to put in hours, and you have to do it the natural way. Now you go into pharmacies and there's a whole host of medicines that tell you, listen, you can lose weight in 6 weeks. No, don't lose weight in 6 weeks. You didn't put it on in 6 weeks. Okay? So do it, follow the natural process. At any given point, you can begin to decide to eat right, to exercise, to not take shortcuts. So if you get into a building and there's a lift or an elevator versus stairs, take the choice to go with the stairs. So generally what you get is, because people have become generally busier, you need to deliberately find clever moments to sneak in exercise. So if you really don't have time, but you've got this office block that goes 50 feet or 50 floors up, take the stairs.